Barakati Hawa, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Hawa, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Hawa, Barakata Yahushai. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakodash. That belongs to apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to your beloved Akim that is pushing his word in sincerity and truth with humiliation all across the four winds. To you, I salute. This is the brother Desire one back at you with another lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashai. And things is moving fast. Things is moving very fast. The people's voice, I get an article to go into the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashai, Lord be edifying. It says UK government to roll out mandatory digital ID. UK government to roll out mandatory digital ID for all social media users. You see that? So they about to move with this thing. Alright? So pretty much, they want everybody to get verified. Ain't no more sitting behind the computer. Hey, you gotta get verified. If that's who you, if Salakia, you gotta prove who you are. You see? Ain't no more anonymity. I think that's the term. Things moving fast. We see right now with this war with Iran, things is moving. They about to roll this thing very soon. Alright? They ain't playing. The image of the beast is speaking. The British government has announced plans to force all citizens to use digital ID in order to access their favorite social media platforms. You see? All citizens. Alright? So, if you want to access your favorite social media platforms, alright, you're going to need to get verified. Okay? It says a new constellation titled Growing Up in the Online World opened on March 2nd and closes May 26, 2006. It asks the public whether the government should ban under 16s from social media entirely, impose mandatory overnight curfews on platform access, restrict AI chatbot features for minors, and require platforms to disable addictive design features like infinite scrolling and autoplay. So all these things about to happen in the UK soon. Alright. You had a lot of people fighting against that digital ID, but these still coming. It coming. InfoWars reports the government says it will respond in summer 2026, and Parliament has already handed ministers new legal powers to act on the findings without waiting for fresh without waiting for fresh primary legislation. You see, the Prime Minister announced those powers on February 16, weeks before the consultation even opened. The government can now move faster once it decides what it wants. We don't see where this thing headed. What the public thinks determines the packaging, not the destination. You see that? So, hey, they moving with this thing. The people mightn't be for this, but hey, you are gonna get they want you to get tracked and traced, and also, the times be coming in. You'll be tracked and traced in time to come. Then with this system, you see, you got to get verified. You won't be able, to go on your favorite social media platform in the UK no more unless you get verified. Alright, these are times we're coming in. Alright, it says what the public thinks determines the packaging, not the destination. So power in these people's hands. Technology Secretary Liz Kendall framed it this way: the path to a good life is a great childhood, one full of love, learning, and play. That applies just as much to the online world as it does to the real one. The actual policy tools being considered are a different matter. AIDS verification, you see that? As a mechanism, works by proving identity. Every user proves who they are. You see that? Verified. You got to prove who you. If you have to prove, that's you. You see, every user proves who they are. These are times we're coming into. All right, the image of the beast is speaking. This is Revelation 13 and 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. All right, what's that image? It's philosophies. All right, it's democracy. All right, this whole system. All right, what's the beast? NATO and the EU, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. All right, it says that the image of the beast should both speak. All right, and cause that many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, so pretty much, it's speaking through the system. The image of the beast is speaking through this system. All right, so if you don't comply, hey, you're gonna need to be verified. All right, you're gonna be able to access your favorite social media site. All right, it said all citizens. All right, a social media platform that must exclude under 16 must verify the age of its over 16s. That means collecting identity documents, linking browser activity to real identities. All right, they want to track you. They want data, everything, or building infrastructure that the government can later compel to serve other purposes. The surveillance architecture required to enforce the children's safety. You see that? Surveillance, track and trace you. To inform a children's safety law is the same architecture required to surveil adults. It gets built for one reason. It gets used for others. So every time, it makes it more easier to track you. Because let's just say you post up something online. Or when they roll out this thing, you post something online, and they could find out who you is. Because once you verify, they know, hey, that's you. They could come look for you. All right, they could come look for you. So these are the last days of people freedom going online, and until they roll this thing, it's digital ID. For people to get verified. Then there's the Help Your Child Stay Safe Online campaign site the government launched alongside the consultation. The site includes a page directing parents to report bullying, threats, harassment, hate speech, and content promoting self-harm or suicide directly to platforms with links to reporting tools of Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, Discord, YouTube, and Twitch. You see that? Parents to report bullying. You see that? So once this thing being set up, you'll be easy to track and trace. They come find you. The government, through a campaign website, now actively encouraging parents to funnel reports of hate speech to the same private companies that define what hate speech is. There is no independent standard, no legal definition that applies consistently, and no oversight of what platforms do with these reports. Just the government directing citizen complaints into big text moderation queues and presenting them as a safety feature. Hate speech is one of those categories that sounds precise until you ask who decides. Platform decides. They always have. What the government has done here is lend its authority to that process, making big tech's internal modernization system look like public infrastructure. They are not public infrastructure. They are corporate policies applied inconsistently without appeal and with no democratic accountability. The broader consultation asks whether the digital age of consent should be raised, whether mobile phone guidance for schools should become statutory, and how parental control should be simplified. Education strategy. Bridget Phillipson said, technology is fundamentally changing childhood. Used well, it can open new opportunities for learning, creativity, and connection, but only if we get the balance right. So you see what they want to do, under the guise of that. You see what they want to do. These are the times we had it and do. You see? All right. The balance the government is currently striking tilts heavy towards control. Mandatory curfews would let the government decide when young people can be online. You see that? Age verification will require platforms to know who everyone is. A reporting infrastructure has already been built to direct public complaints towards private censorship tools. The consultation is running into parallel with the architecture that doesn't need it. Alright? You see that? The chilling effect starts well before any of this become law. Teenagers already know these restrictions are coming. Parents are already being encouraged to report their children's online interaction to platform. Publishers and platforms watching the legal powers that now allow ministers to act without fresh legislation are starting to think about what they'll need to do before they're told to. That's how it works. The threat is often enough. So we see where this thing is headed. Alright, the image of the beast is speaking. UK government to roll out all mandatory digital ID for all social media users. Okay, and then we know it's gonna be attack on truth eventually. So these are the last days. You freely going online, accessing, going on your favorite social media platform freely, but it's gonna get taken away from you. All right, and they ain't playing. All right, okay, they ain't playing. So these are times we're in. All right, and it's gonna hey, this devil coming down with great rod because he know that he have but a short time. He rolling this thing out. He ain't playing. Under the guise of children, but we know where they're headed. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he know it. He had but a short time. So they moving with this thing. You see? All this thing what happened in Iran, they moving. They about to move with this thing. Alright, very soon. But I just want to bring out your spirit, Bob Yavish Mashai Shalom.